Hey, welcome back everyone, Meanpooh here, and today I'm bringing you some gameplay of the game Anthem, which came out over the weekend in demo form. Right off, let's read this tweet from Mark Farah, who is Anthem's executive producer. The tweet tells some of the differences between this and the full game. So the first question, or rather, his first statement says, "We start you in the middle." Well, I couldn't tell because it kind of opened up like one. It could have been a weak opening, but I didn't see any title crawls, so I don't know if it was at the end or at the beginning, a little bit at the beginning. I don't know, so I can't really tell until we actually played the game. 2, no tutorials. Well, there are tutorials in the game, especially when you're looking around the map, when you're trying to customize your javelin. There's all kinds of tutorials in there. 3, no pilot picker. Well, I don't know what he means by pilot picker. Maybe it's your character, because you have a choice between two, a female and a male. So I picked a female. Would that be a pilot picker? And I was also able to unlock a javelin. So of course that wasn't at the beginning. So anyway, moving on. Number 4, balance is super different. Well, I can't argue with that as I have no control to compare it to. So that might be a true statement there. 5, economy is completely different. Again, I cannot tell because I don't know what the economy is. There are some coins. I was also able to buy some things inside the game. So what would they do? Change it? I mean, hopefully they wouldn't put any in-app purchases in there. Hopefully not. That would be bad. Anyway, moving on. 6 weeks, less bug fixes. Now, if I read this right, the developer means that this is an old build of the game. Well, I won't know till the game releases to even compare some of the bugs that I've seen in the game that could possibly be in the final release. So he could be right. I don't know. But we'll find out. Anyway, I think he could have kept that one to himself. Moving on, the game has you starting out wandering through what looks to be a castle or some sort of a safe haven. There are a lot of doors that look like you may be able to go through them, but they are locked because demo or maybe story progression. The game has a shop where you can buy weapons for your javelin, and there are a lot of them. There is a console that you can access so you can choose which javelins to take into battle. You can give it a name, you can change the colors, add more weapons and armor. You can do this with the items you find in the missions you complete. There are 4 different javelins to choose from, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. I kind of got used to my ranger, but when I picked the Colossus for an unlock, it was a complete disaster. It was slower, bulkier, it can't hover long in the air. Also, standard weapons were different. I had to charge them to fire, so I just wasn't used to that. It's a different playstyle, and I didn't have time to learn it, to be brutally honest about it. When I played with others that were using the Colossus, they were carrying some awesome weapons that looked cool when fired. Some had flamethrowers, while others shot ammunition close to a nuke. Well, not that powerful, but it sure did sound like it. There is a free play mode where you can explore on your own, and you may even find some others while they're doing their own thing. There are expeditions in which you can do missions with others or with friends. There are some others that I didn't get a chance to explore, but they were there on the map. When in the palace, castle, or whatever you want to call it, you can talk to people in first person. Some of the dialogue got on my nerves as it's just canned answers to typical questions, so I just skipped them. I don't know if there are consequences to my answers, and I won't know until the final game is released. The world is beautiful. Waterfalls, sunlight, darkness, caverns, underwater travel, it's all there. There's no shooting underwater, but I did get lost. I thought the music sounded great. Sound effects will blow you away, especially when in a firefight with big weapons. I always keep saying big weapons because every time I saw one of my friends they were playing the game, or just a stranger, they always had a bigger javelin than I did, and they were firing some weapons. I was like, wow, you're shooting lightning? That's pretty cool. The flight system took a few minutes to get used to, but after you figure it out, you're Iron Man for the rest of the game. You know what? Hold up. I'm not going to say a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes, I was good to go. Anyway, the game has sections to where you are transported to another part of the map. I didn't like that. It sort of takes you out of the game because it has to load. And some of the loading times are long. Some as long as 2 to 3 minutes. Though it was a demo, I did lose connection 2 to 3 times, but nothing like what people were reporting on the internet. A lot of people are saying the game is like Destiny, and I've even mentioned it too in the comment section. Though I didn't play Destiny 1 and I did pick up Destiny 2 when it was released, it is very similar to it. You can do raids and things like that. You can wander around the map. You see people running around doing their own stuff. It's like a little hub where you can take your salvage and trade it in or break it down and all that type of stuff. And it just reminds me of Destiny, but it's more detailed. Just really, really detailed. Even on lower settings, it's very detailed. And everything is large. It's just large. Anthem is a game that I'll definitely buy when it releases. And it's kind of hard not to pre-order based on EA's latest antics, and I'll probably have to wait a day or two. I want to give a shout out to Mike Steve for giving me a code to try, even though I didn't get to use it. Reason being is, when I got home and I logged in, it says I was selected for VIP, and I guess that has something to do with being in the closed alpha, beta, or whatever it was back in, what was it, December? I couldn't even get past the main screen. And then when I tried to choose something, it would just lock up. So I got further this time. Anyway, I hope BioWare finds its way back to the top and EA does good by its customers this time around. I just want to remind anybody that's watching this that it is a demo and it's just an overview. In closing, if the video helped you, feel free to like and subscribe. There is also a list of the hardware that I currently use in the description box. If you would like to support the channel, buy from the links I have listed. And I'll see you next time. Meanpooh, out.
ready for anything. jar closing fast. This one will be trouble. Good luck. Find any nearby fragments, then bring them back to the Shaper Relic to silence them. Slip around. We've got this! Don't let up! It's down. Well done. Not sure why the Dominion are keeping these prisoners alive. Must be useful. There's another one, watch out!
Thank you. Explosives. They were transporting explosives earlier.
If we find the explosives, we can set them off further in. That should turn their tables. Stick close. The bomb needs time to arm. Don't let the Davidian butt in. Keep the area clear. We don't need anyone in the way.